Hey guys, it's Audra and welcome back to 365 Projects. I am here on the night before the Readathon by Read by Zoe starts. It's about 10 o'clock at night and I'm just going to go ahead and do my intro and get things started because I'm not going to do a full 24 hours. There's just no way. So I'm going to do some reading tonight. I'm going to sleep for a little while and then just go through the day tomorrow reading as much as I can, doing audiobooks, do my usual Saturday stuff, probably go to the bookstore, and maybe film some videos because the weekend is the only time I get to film videos. But I thought that I would real quick walk you through my TBR for tomorrow, for the readathon, and tonight, I guess. And we'll just take a look at the TBR shelf for the month. So up on this middle shelf are the books that I would like to read this month. I will post the Emoji-thon and the middle grade March TBR down below so you can check everything out. But here is a quick view of the spines. Yes, it's a lot of middle grade up until this point. And these are some other ideas as well. There are 4 middle grade right here, and then some other YA that I've really been wanting to get into. So we'll see. I'm also going to read The Great Alone for my book club this month. But this is book haul you'll see soon, so spoiler alert. But I think for the Readathon by Zoe, I'm going to start with What the Night Sings. That is my personal pick that I'm super excited to read. Then I'm going to pick Tyrannosaurus Ralph. It's a graphic novel, so that'll go quick. As well as The Truth is Told by Mason Buttle, so I can read this and pass it on to kids. And I'm also thinking possibly Lucky Broken Girl, because I need to read that and pass it on to a teacher. So we'll see. I got a lot of good choices and we'll just see what the mood is. And then I'm also going to listen to several of those on audiobook, and so I have like an hour and a half left of Ghost by Jason Reynolds. It's not up here. I forgot it at school. And then I think Pax is one that I have on audiobook, so is Unbound. And then one from the East is on audio. So I have those choices for when I'm doing other things tomorrow, so I'm excited to have those opportunities ready to go. But I'm going to go snag the books that I just showed you off the shelf and get ready for bed, do some reading, and catch some Z's. I got to keep my dog on his same sleeping schedule because there's no way we can make it through a work week if he gets off. And it's like having a newborn baby, like all the time. But anyways, I'll check back in at some point with how my reading went for tonight. So I'll talk to you later. Alright, it is 8:15 in the morning and obviously I just woke up. Last night I read a little bit before crashing. I started off with What the Night Sings like I had planned, and I read the first chapter, which was like 4 pages, and it was already so like deep and dark about death in the concentration camps that I knew I didn't want to read it late into the night while I was tired, because it's going to be one that it's probably going to stick with me for a while, so I wanted to wait until this morning to finish it, which was a lot to finish, but so I will work on that today. So then after testing that one out, I moved over to Tyrannosaurus Ralph, and I got to page like 24. It's cute already, but it'll be a super quick read. So game plan for this morning is I'm going to go I'm going to go eat at the diner with my dad like we normally do on Saturday morning, so I'm going to meet him down there. And then we'll get started on the day. So I will check back in about an hour or so and decide what is going to happen next. So, okay, it's about 9:15 and I'm back from the diner, obviously a lot bit more awake, but I'm going to do some reading for a little bit to relax, and it's going to be What the Night Sings, start with that, the Holocaust story, as well as doing some makeup tag planning, the makeup book tag planning, so when I finally get around for the day, I can also do a tag while I'm getting ready. So Brady's just going to roam around the house for a while, eat pencils and books, just grab that from him, and then I'll get a move on the day, get some things done, and maybe go into town for a little bit. So I'll check back in after a little while. So I forgot to share what this is actually about, and since I had never seen it when I saw it in the bookstore, I'm assuming other people may have not either. So This is What the Night Sings by Vesper Stamper, and this is a World War II children's novel. Has beautiful end pages, but this, I believe, it looks like it starts at the liberation of Bergen-Belsen in 1945, and it's from the viewpoint of a child and the people that they have seen with them in their bunks. It has beautiful pictures. It reminds me a lot of the style of Echo, including the hardcover part of it. But essentially, this child didn't even know that they were Jewish, and so they're trying to understand what that means to the rest of the world. So I'm only on page 9 and have a long way to go, but I think it's going to be a fantastic read. All right, it's about an hour later at 10:15, and I finally got through the first section of What the Night Sings. I took the cover off because I'm going to actually take a bubble bath and read some more, but this is outstanding so far. I'm only about 30 pages in through the first section, but I am absolutely loving it. I don't think it's a middle grade that I would take to work for my 4th and 5th graders. It's more of 7th and 8th, maybe YA. Just because how deep the conversation is about death and the treatment of people. And it's not graphic by any means, but I just don't think my 4th and 5th graders are ready for this because they don't have a full understanding of what World War II and the Holocaust was all about quite yet. They're starting to get interested in it, but this is a little bit more detailed in terms of the bodies and all that kind of stuff. But just the way that the words are written are very, very beautifully put together, and I am absolutely loving it so far. So I hope I can make another break in the book about another section, so get to page 90 or so here in the next hour as I take a bubble bath. I also got the makeup tag planned out, so we're good to go with that. So that will be the next thing after the bubble bath, is getting ready for the day and doing some videos. So see you soon. And for my bubble bath junkie friends, this is what I use. It's a super big bottle of vanilla cream from Avon. It smells amazing and is great for sensitive skin. You can't go wrong. This is what I always use. It is now 2 o'clock, so that means plans changed, and my dad had called and asked if I wanted to go to Olive Garden since my mom's at a conference, so it was just the 2 of us. We went and ate in town, and now I'm back. Before that, I got ready. When I took a shower, I listened to Ghost by Jason Reynolds and listened to some more of that. I'm enjoying that one, which I'll talk more about that later because I don't have the actual book here. I will pick it up later today when I go into work. But then I also, on my ebook, read Fuzzy, or part of Fuzzy, started this while I was drying my hair. This is about a robot integration program at school, and teachers and librarians and custodians are all being replaced by robots, but this is the first student robot. So this will be a weird and interesting one to get into this month. So that's what I've been reading here recently. I've also made it to the end of section 2 of What the Night Sings, or whatever I was reading before, and holy smokes. This one is going to make me feel all the feels. I don't know what it is about a children's book that can put so many less words on a page that is much more impactful than an adult book. The main character is part of the orchestra that plays their music while people get sorted left and right, and it's talking about how the prisoners view her, and she's trying to see herself as part of the mercy of God, trying to calm these people as they go to their death. And then another time when her father and her get separated and trying to understand what the chimneys mean. It is devastating, and it made me emotional. I didn't cry, but you definitely could feel it build up, and I think by the end of this it may make me cry. So, which does not happen often. I will say that. It does not happen often. So anyways, I'm going to do the makeup book tag and then probably go into town, take you with me to the library, to the bookstore, and get those kind of things done and do some more reading as well. So talk to you soon. Oh my stars. It has been a hot minute since I have filmed makeup, and so that took over an hour. Ridiculous. It's not even that complicated a look, as you can tell. But anyways, I got the book tag done finally, and we can move on. I'm going to get my audiobook going and head into town, go to the library and the bookstore. Hopefully I'll get to do some filming in there and kind of give you a tour, but if not, I'll just share what I brought home afterwards. So talk to you soon. . So I was in there for over an hour. That was our indie bookstore. And I didn't leave with anything. That is the worst feeling ever. Like, I couldn't pick one thing that really stuck out to me. So we're gonna head to the library and return some books, and hopefully I have better luck on the new shelves there, because ugh, I hate when that happens. I gotta get some new books in my hands at some point today. So that ended up much better. It's always easier to find books when you don't have to spend your money. I found 3 YA and 4 middle grade. So I grabbed I'm Not Your Perfect Daughter. This is a Own Voices about grief after the loss of a sister. I've heard it's fantastic. I grabbed nonfiction Blood, Bullets, and Bones, the forensic science of Sherlock Holmes and DNA. I'm intrigued by DNA, forensic science, genetics. We've talked about that before on my channel. And then the last YA is A Quiet Kind of Thunder. This is one I've heard is great about a selective mute and a deaf boy that become friends, maybe more than that. So it's contemporary with some diverse rep. Moving on to middle grade, I grabbed Love, Sugar, and Magic. I've had this on my list for a while because Adriana from Perpetual Pages recommended it as an Own Voices middle grade fantasy with magic that was super cute and true to their culture. I also picked up Sidekicks by Dan Santat. This is a graphic novel by one of my favorite illustrators. Then Ranger in Time, D-Day Battle on the Beach. This is one that my kids have really loved at the book fairs, and it's basically a time-traveling dog, and what better one to pick up than World War II, since that's kind of my favorite. And I grabbed a copy from here because it's never on the shelf at my library. And the last one I grabbed was Hello Universe. This is the Newbery winner for this year, so I need to read it. My mock Newbery kiddos have it checked out from our library, so I had to snag it from this one, and it was on hold for me. So, all right. Honestly, I'm going to head to TJ Maxx and do some retail therapy and see what I can find that I don't really need. So I'll check back in after that. I found a lot of things I didn't need at TJ Maxx, including this emoji pillow because we can't have enough in our little reading corner. And yes, I'm at school because every single thing I bought was for school, but it's all clearance stuff. These are just cardboard boxes. There's 80 of the 2 ones and then 20, I think, of the single ones. But inside this little box, you have to put everything together. But it's great for like play and building for kids. Look at the castle, lemonade stand. So that's going in the makerspace. This was on sale for $12. That was it. But it'll be a great addition. And then the Fancy Nancy Petite Library. Look how tiny these are. My kids absolutely love itty bitty books. They are obsessed. They're always fighting over them. So I found these, and Fancy Nancy is one of their favorite. And this set of 4 was only $8 on clearance. And then the last thing around the corner were these 2 clearanced crayons to go with the book The Day the Crayons Quit. They aren't made like for this, but they totally look like they're annoyed and ticked. And so this is going on display, and yeah, $4 each. So super great deals from TJ Maxx. If TJ Maxx ever needs a teacher, librarian, ambassador, hook me up. The dog is now pacing the house and eating everything in sight. So I'm going to take him on a walk and finish my audiobook with my headphones. And hopefully we don't blow away because it's super windy outside, but he's driving me insane. He just jumped on me. And so we're going to go on a walk. What do you have to say for yourself? What do you want to do? Do you want to go on a walk? Come on. Alright, so we are walking downtown of my hometown. Brady? You worn out yet? we have basically sped walk up and down Main Street as fast as we can to wear him out. We'll see if it works. So now I am more windblown than I was before, but whatever. I finished the last 25 minutes of Ghost like I said I would, and I absolutely loved it. It was a 5 out of 5 middle grade, even though it was incredibly short. But it's about a young black boy named Kessel, and at the beginning of the story, his mom is basically being abused by his father. It doesn't go into a lot of detail about that except the anger. And then one night his father reaches the point where he chases him and his mother out of the home with a gun. And so that's when Castle realizes that he can run like really fast. So he finds this track team by accident, and it's just his story of basically like getting on the right road, like becoming who he wants to be. He loves like breaking records and like the Guinness Book of World Records type of thing. And so I just loved it from start to finish. It actually made me shed a tear, and it wasn't part of Ghost Story, it was a part of the coach's story at the end, and it was just fantastic. I cannot recommend it enough. So it is 8 o'clock now. I have finished my first book for the Readathon by Zoe. Yeah, not doing too hot. But for the next hour, I'm going to do some editing of videos, and then after that, for the next 3, I hope to get some books read and completed before we close out the night. So I'll check in a little bit. It is 11:20, and I keep dozing off while reading, so it's time to call it a night, even though it's just almost midnight. But today I got some good reading done. I got 110 pages done of What the Night Sings. I cannot remember that title for the life of me. 20 pages of Tyrannosaurus Ralph, 15 pages of Fuzzy, and then half of the Book of Ghosts. So I think it's about 275 pages. So it was a good day. Got a lot of things done. Just a great Saturday, and I had a lot of fun. So yeah, that means that this readathon is over. I cannot wait to check out everybody else's vlogs. So if you like this one, click the like and subscribe if you would like to see more, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.